What is going on, everybody? Hope you've had a great week so far. Welcome to February. And you know what February means? It means it's time to start gearing up for Steam Next Fest. And I'm super excited for Steam Next Fest coming around every single year. Although it's going to be a little bit later in February this year. It's going to be from February the 24th to March the 8th. But that doesn't mean that there's going to be demos aplenty leading up to Steam Next Fest. And that's what the next few videos, including this one, is going to be mostly about. Going to be highlighting a bunch of demos that are going to be available during Steam Next Fest. So the road to Steam Next Fest begins now. But first, before that, I want to talk about a game I have been playing for review, just to kind of give you context of where I'm at right now and what you can expect from me coming forward, and that is Mark of the Deep. Now, I talked about that in my upcoming video. I think it was the first indie roundup video that I did of the year, and how cool Mark of the Deep is. It's a Metroidvania with Souls-like elements, and I've been playing a lot of this game for review, and that should be coming out here within the next week or so. And I'm about 2/3 of the way in, and as I've been playing more and more of this game, I have thoughts, and they're not all positive. And I want to say that I do like the game. I think it is a fun game. I like the art style. I like the mechanics of it. I like the upgrade system. I like everything that is going on. I like the fact that you are playing as a pirate theme Metroidvania Souls-like, which is a game that you don't really get to see nowadays. And I enjoy things that are going on, but there's some things in the combat and some of the game mechanics that I am just not vibing with as much as I thought I would be, especially this far into the game. But again, that is going to be on the review. I pretty much have most of the stuff that I have scripted out for it, but I will relay my thoughts in full whenever I do finish the game and when I do put out my review on it sometime next week. So just wanted to put that on your radar for the next week. But it is a fun game, but I do have some things to say. So let's move on to some demos I've been playing, and there have been some fun demos I've been playing that are gonna be still available, especially during Steam Next Fest. The first one up is called UNYIELDER, and this is being developed by True World Studios and published by Shueisha Games. And UNYIELDER is an intense single-player boss rush movement FPS with an absurd and exploitable rogue looter. Assemble your arsenal of destruction, smash your way through Antarctica, face your own final boss. When I first booted up this game, I was so disoriented with how fast this game moves. It moves so fast. Also, because there's not a whole lot of controller support, it's mostly keyboard and mouse. I think you can kind of map buttons to where they want to go on the controller, but they weren't really intuitive. I think this is definitely more of a keyboard and mouse type of game, at least right now. There's not full controller support, kind of like partial controller support, but man, the movement is crazy. And this is just the combat demo, so it basically drops you into all the mechanics off rip, and it gives you a bunch of guns to choose from, be it a pistol, a rocket launcher, a shotgun, anything and everything, and then you choose from 3 various stages to combat the boss. And you are zipping in movement and you are dodging around. Basically makes you feel like you're in some sort of a mech anime with a bunch of guns in there. It's a lot of fun, and you are whittling down the boss's health, be able to melee them and to get a bunch of pickups and items, be it health or ammo or other things that will help you survive your run, because it's a lot going on. It is crazy movement, and I kind of got a handle of it as I played more of the game, and it is so much fun. Very, very crazy. You see the speed lines, which is why I said it feels like you're in an anime, because it's a lot of fun. Very fun combat demo, available right now. No actual release date on it. It comes out sometime in 2025, but not an actual date on it. But if you want to play a demo, it's available right now. Play UNYIELDER. The next demo I played is a game called Howl, and this is being developed by The Outer Zone and published by 11-Bit Studios. 11-Bit Studios is great with a lot of the games that they publish. This is a very interesting looking game, and so the description for Howl says, journey through the sorrowful spirit world in this Souls-like deck builder. Craft cards and claim powerful totems to defeat the woeful spirits lurking in the mystical lands. Unravel the tale of a grieving mother and her desperate attempt to defy death and bring back her son. Yeah, it's based on Scandinavian folklore, and I'm not too keen on Scandinavian folklore, so I don't really know some of the elements that are present within this game. But the story is conveyed with this mother going into the death and spirit realm, trying to save her son from death, and she is an uninvited guest. She's not welcome here. She's being attacked by the spirits that are residing within this realm that she is within. And so it's a Souls-like deck builder. And so I am not someone who is keen on deck builders, but I'm trying to get more into deck builders. In fact, I recently picked up Slay the Spire, which I've been told is the deck builder of deck builders, and I want to play it at some point, at least before Slay the Spire 2 comes out. So I'm kind of getting a handle of what deck builders are for me and how I can really figure that out. But I really like the art style, but the Souls-like part comes with the difficulty of this game. There's no controller support at all. You use the mouse to point and click, and then when you get into your battles, you have a grid system where you're moving from square to square, and you have your cards that do various ranges of attacks, which range from maybe throwing a rock to hitting enemies up close with the staff, or stabbing them, or using things like wood to buff yourself with defense, and then the enemies move. So it's very turn-based in that sense. So any deck builder that you've played, it kind of has those same elements present within the game, but the art style is really cool. I really like the after image shadows that happen whenever you're moving from square to square and your enemies are doing the same. Kind of conveys that ethereal plane that you're in this spirit realm. You're fighting these crows or boars or just really grotesque looking monsters that you're fighting against as they're attacking you. But where the death howl comes in, the titular death howl comes in, is anytime that you defeat an enemy, you gain their death howl, or basically their death essence. And you can use that at various locations to revive the area around you, also to heal yourself. So that's where the Souls-like elements come in. You can also use death howls and various items that you get from fallen enemies to craft the cards that you will unlock as you go throughout your journey. So interesting game. I really dig in the art style on this. It looks really awesome. Really digging what Outer Zone is putting down. Definitely want to play more. There's no actual release date. It actually just says coming soon on the Steam page, but the demo is available if you want to check it out. Death Howl is great for anyone who is into Souls-like or deck builders because it combines these two very well, and I'm excited to play more. The next demo I played is called Dive the Depths, and this is being developed by Fizzero and Star Pixel Studios and published by Light Up Games and Star Pixel Studios as well. And Dive the Depths is an action roguelike set beneath the ocean surface. As a humble diver, you must navigate the world filled with bizarre sea creatures, submerged ruins, and forgotten histories. Can you conquer the depths and unravel the secrets that hide beneath the waves? This is an interesting take on an action roguelike because you are in the water. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Dave the Diver, where you're using harpoons and spears and anchors to fight off enemies, and they are just circling around you, and you are in a dark area because there are some crazy things happening down there. And I didn't play much of this demo because I was trying to figure out the controls, whether it be controller or mouse and keyboard. It didn't really feel intuitive with either. I think the controls are a little bit janky, but I do like the elements that you're putting down. And at least in this demo, you have two weapons that are available. It's this harpoon and this anchor, and they have a primary ability by attacking enemies and also a secondary ability to get you closer to them. The anchor being the one that basically shoots out a fireball to bring you closer into the enemies, because it does a good amount of heavy damage. You can also unlock things as you go throughout your runs. You level up, you gain money to get items. You also have bosses and other sub bosses that also give you items that increase things like your attack or your cooldowns or things like that. So yeah, standard action roguelike stuff. And like I said, I didn't really play much of the demo, so I didn't really get to the depth of this game, but I do see what they're putting down, and it looks very interesting. There's actually not a release date as well on this one. It says coming soon on the Steam page, but again, the demo is available if you want to check out Dive the Depth. So these next few games have all been released as of today. They all released on the 5th or the 6th. 3 of these have demos, and one of them didn't have a demo, but they pulled it for some reason. But let's talk about the first one, which is Rift of the NecroDancer. I talked about this in my Steam Next Fest that I covered back in September. It's in the same universe as Crypt of the NecroDancer or Cadence of Hyrule. In fact, the name of your main character is called Cadence, and it is a rhythm-based game, and it is so much fun. I had a hard time with this, even on the easier difficulties, and I'm a musician, someone who is pretty good at noticing rhythm and pretty good at staying on beat. So I'm like, okay, why am I having a hard time with this even on easy mode? But that's because that the enemies that you're going off are either on the beat or off the beat sometimes, depending on the shapes that they have on there, and it gets crazy difficult. It kind of reminds me a lot of DDR, but once you get into it, once you get into the rhythm of everything that is going on, it is a lot of fun to play. And I'm sure you've seen a lot on Wrath of the NecroDancer if you've been following this game for a while. But again, it is out. It has been out for the last few days. Came out on February the 5th. If you are playing it, let me know how fun this game is. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to pick it up or cover it, but I do want to try it at some point. Do want to see what the full game has to offer and to dive more into all of these tracks and all the boss battles and all the other mini games present within Rift of the NecroDancer. Check it out if you haven't already. The next game that came out on the 5th, which is also a part of the Steam Idler Fest happening from now until February the 10th. It's called While Waiting, and this is developed and published by Optillusion. And While Waiting is a transformative adventure experiencing the art of waiting. Clear the game by doing nothing, but discover the power of acceptance and patience in numerous situations from birth to death. Learn to embrace life as you wait. This is a very interesting take on just waiting, and this game goes into various tasks, and in the demo there's only 10 levels, and some of those range from waiting while you're in the car, waiting for the elevator, waiting while an app downloads on your phone, waiting while you're in a meeting, and like the description says, you can literally boot up the game, have a level up, and you can do nothing and you will clear the game. There are actually things that will award you for doing nothing. There are stickers that are present. Now you can do stuff in the game. You can walk around, you can discover things to interact with, but you can literally just sit there and wait. And that's the beauty of this game. It's a very unique concept and take on the idea of just waiting, and it kind of tests your patience. It's a video game where you can not do anything. It's not really a game that you can interact with. You can just have it up and it can just idle, which is why this is part of the Steam Idler Fest. And so I really like this take on the idea of waiting. The art style is actually really interesting. I love the classical music present within this game if you've seen the trailers for this game. So yeah, really interesting concept. I really like this idea, and this is what I love about indie games. And so developers can take risks in a game like this and just kind of push the boundaries of what it means to be a video game. And video games are meant to be interacted with, but you can choose to not interact with this game if you choose so. So yeah, While Waiting is interesting. It came out on the 5th. If you want to pick it up today, it's available right now, or if you just want to play the demo, that is available as well. So check out While Waiting. This next one is a game that is right up my alley. I was trying to get footage for the game, but they pulled the demo, and that is for the game called Sworn, developed by Windwalk Games and published by Team 17. And Sworn is a 1 to 4 player co-op action roguelike. Explore and reclaim the fallen Camelot from the reign of a corrupted Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table. What a cool concept that you're fighting an evil King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. So I'm so bummed that I could not pick up the demo for this game to show off the footage for you today. You're just seeing parts of the trailer. So that kind of means I may have to pick this up because I like the idea, I like the concept. It's just what I need. Another early access action roguelike I need in my library. So maybe I'll hold off until it goes 1.0 because I kind of need to chill. There's some big games coming down the pipe, some big AAA and AA games that I need to prepare myself for. But again, Sworn is a cool looking game. Love the art style, love the ideas being present. You have varying amounts of characters to choose from, and like I said, it's a 1 to 4 player co-op action roguelike, so you can play this with friends, kind of like how Raven's Watch is, where you boot up a session and you can have people join you in your session. So yeah, pretty cool concept. Love the idea of Sworn. If you're playing it right now, let me know how it is in this early access state, and I actually do think I might wait until 1.0 until everything is said and done after that, because again, I have too many early access games that I need to really sink my teeth into. So I'll wait on covering this game game or playing this game until the time comes, but let me know how Sworn is if you're playing it right now. And last game I want to talk about that does have a demo still available right now is a game called Keep Driving, which released on the 6th. And Keep Driving is an atmospheric management RPG about life on the open road. Pick up hitchhikers, work odd jobs, customize and repair your car, and map your route across the country. Use upgrades, skills, and items to overcome challenges, and remember to take it easy. You're young, you have time, and this is developed and published by YCYJ Games. I also talked about this game in my last Steam Next Fest video that I put out towards September of last year. This is a really fun game that is reminiscent of old school road trip games from the 80s. It's a point and click adventure game that you're managing your car's gas to your attitude to the items within your car as you travel throughout the country, picking up hitchhikers, and they have various stats and abilities, and you're having to fight off things like traffic, the weather, road obstacles. Really fun and interesting game. I love this game when I picked this up. I am definitely going to pick this one up and try to cover it and play it for review whenever I have the time, whenever I'm getting through the games that I'm playing for review on this game. Really like the idea of Keep Driving. And while I'm not recording this on the day of release, I hope people are finding this game pretty well. Hopefully there's some good Steam reviews out there, and hopefully people are covering this game. And I definitely want to be in that coverage of Keep Driving. I think this is a really fun idea. Devs are pushing the boundaries of what games have to offer, and I love this idea of Keep Driving. So let me know if you're playing this or if you played the demo for Keep Driving, and let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on all these games that I covered. And like I said, I will be back next week for a full review on Mark of the Deep because I have things to say. But any of the other games that I've talked about here on this list, let me know if you're going to pick them up. Let me know if you've bought any of the games that are out right now, like Rift of the NecroDancer, Sworn, While Waiting, or Keep Driving. The road to Steam Next Fest will continue on the next few videos. And of course, I will follow up when a final Steam Next Fest video, whenever it finishes up at the beginning of March. Like I said, Steam Next Fest happens from February the 28th to March 4th. And hopefully I got those dates right. And if I'm wrong on that, I will put that in a pinned comment below on this video. So check that out below if I'm wrong, or you can correct me yourself. But anyway, if you have more games that you think I should check out or cover, let me know in the comments. Always love having a discussion with y'all. Thank y'all so much for supporting the channel and its growth and supporting me as I play more and more indie games, because I love what indie games have to offer. Love this channel, just love playing games so much. And if you want to see more from me, like videos like these, my reviews, or my series on UFO 50, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. My name is Chike, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.